know that's grammatically impossible, but somehow you managed to do it.
Okay, the quad.
Hey there.
Where's Andrea? There she is. She wants to talk to us, so.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
There isn't much else going on this week. It's a good group of people and need my help.
They are dedicated in their cause. This is rare and admirable, I think. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
Well, you gotta have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, yeah.
Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
There's no way to know what someone else is going through.
You believe I am too quick to judge. Perhaps that is so. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
You've also been through a lot.
I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Why did your family insist on independence?
They believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them.
Well, getting by your own is admirable.
It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Right, so okay. That's our talky talk out the way. Now, what we are going to do is go to Parima, wherever it is. And we're going to go to Parima 2, and we're going to meet the Constant. The ECS Constant. That's what we need. The ECS Constant to get one of the snow globes.
This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office
It's my
in
second
Paradiso.
favorite thing in the galaxy.
Over now.
Next to reading about you.
Hello, this is Shilikin. I think I'll board you. They can't understand a word we're saying to them. Their comms equipment is outdated, and they can't hear us. You'll find out why it's outdated when we get there. This is a fun little side of the story, by the way. Like, the whole premise of this ship is just fun.
Good day, Captain.
Hello!
Stay alert. Weapons up.
You're human.
Wait, what are you?
Oh, we're human. From the planet Earth in the Sol system.
No, can't you see? I'm actually a weird scary monster with tentacles.
Clearly you're not. You're obviously human, but how are you here? We didn't know any others left Earth.
Their first contact with anyone. And you, like that. I hope you realize how staggeringly foolish you look right now.
I don't care, that was funny.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Hang on, starship design. Your ship is unlike anything I've ever seen. What can you tell me about the design?
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
So what is this ship?
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago.
Oh, I'm Shilkin and I'm here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
So you know about the people on the surface? Okay, your communications didn't work. Why is that?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
How did you survive for 200 years?
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
So you know about the people on the surface?
We do. Well, sort of. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
Incredible, 200 years. How did it take you so long?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
I'd love to know more, but first we should get away from this airlock.
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist.
No, I'm cool.
Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened.
Careful waving that
He
fancy
gathered the
gun
best and
around.
brightest he could
You don't
find,
need to see
built
what
the
it can
Constant,
do.
and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just stay out of trouble.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still functional.
Let's talk. No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down.
So how long have you been captain?
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly.
How's your crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
Is it difficult being a captain for a colony ship?
Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made.
It sounds like you use some help with your situation here.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with...
Oops.
But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
So what's wrong with your communication systems?
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
Independence Day. I'll help, just tell me what you need to do.
We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Why not just find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
If you had a claim to this planet, how could others settle here?
When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony, to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem, but again, here we are now.
Just tell me what you like to say to them.
Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there.
Prima 2 is huge, why not just sit on the other side of it away from the others?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Okay, I'll take your message to them.
Thank you, and Godspeed.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down trouble.
True, but did I put my spacesuit back on? I did. I got a new spacesuit, by the way. It was a slight upgrade. Yeah, so minus 15% damage from enemies or human, and my resistances are now over 200 for everything on that suit. And I've switched off of the boom boom rounds. Now, where is my fucking...
My mom and dad were scared when you came on board, but I don't know why. You seem okay.
I heard you came from outside the ship. I bet it was pretty cold out there.
Antique computer.
Hey, do you want to play hide and seek later? Miss Yang said we're
No, we've
experiencing
already
history
used up
right
all
now,
different hiding places.
and that there will be books written about it.
No, we haven't.
I'm gonna be in a book.
one
In the reactor room next to the reactor when I went there with my mom.
You're less weird than I thought you would be.
I'm happy for the children,
Besides, you
that
just
they will
told me
know
where
we
the
are
hiding
not
spot
alone
was.
out here.
Ah, shoot. I totally did. Ah, oh well.
There we go.
I wonder how many other planets are out there. that we live on.
For some reason, I was looking for the snow globe itself. There's one more to go, which is during the...
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Crimson Fleet quest line. Can I just go straight to the planet from here, or do I need to undock?
Always a satisfying moment to return.
Right, let's go to Paradiso. Adge will be down there somewhere as well.
touchdown.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Oh dear, that's not a question you want your child to ask you.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
Right, Chief Sugiyama is over here. I better just change the quest. Yeah, so I've got a point in every weapon, every social, almost every physical. I don't want environmental conditioning until I hang on. Airborne. Yeah, well, it won't affect me then. Never mind, I can take it. So I have every skill in the game. I've seen one flashing. Oh, I can upgrade that. Yeah, so other than geology, science is almost done. This is still going to go up. This is still going to go up. I mean, I'm almost done this one. I'll bet 31 more crits. Are we done? Blah 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 blah. See, I got all these. Oh yeah, I need to destroy ships with my maxed out crew to get ship command up to rank 4. That's fine. Manipulation, instigation. I've been doing instigation a bit as well when I'm infiltrating compounds. I'll do this when I don't have any of the constellation companions on the ship. I haven't done any unarmed stuff yet. But I'll get to that eventually, and I'll get that concealment at the same time as it. So, yay. I am at level 280 as well, so I am not far off having all the perk points I need. So now it's just a matter of focusing down all the skills.
We try to stay out of the guest way, but we are always here if needed.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
ECS constant. You sound like you're the guy I need to speak to.
Something I can help you with?
I'm responding. I was here to speak on behalf of the ship in orbit, ECS constant.
Ah, it has a name. Good. Then you're already familiar with the situation, I take it. Do you know what they want?
It's an old colony ship from Earth. They believe they have a claim to settle here.
Interesting. We obviously have no records of a colony ship claiming this planet. Whatever the case, you'll need to speak with Oliver Campbell, the CEO for the Paradiso Group. He's in charge of bringing all formal decisions before the board and helping to make calls on them. I'll let him know you're on your way.
I wonder if there's a way to just like kill everybody here and then give the place to the ECS constant. They probably wouldn't be happy if you did that. Either party.
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Yeah, so this is a beach resort, as you can tell by the swimsuit.
Holler at me if you need some help. Welcome to Paradiso Gift Shop and Convenience. Feel free to look around, but don't break anything or you've got to buy it. And before you ask, there aren't any discounts, so don't even try to haggle with me. Ugh. You're going to make me do stuff.
But apparently you can't get the resort wear, so This is all you can get. And it's only the advanced stuff here, which is no good to me. I mean, a Big Bang, I couldn't really care less about the Big Bang. Oh, I'll need them. Eton does blue, I need that.
Okay. Thanks for shopping.
Wonder if we can steal some resort wear for somebody. Never tried.
It's my pleasure to make sure our guests are happy.
Between you, if the Paradiso board is busy in a meeting, you can always count on me to relay your message. Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
I kinda do. You have a problem with our ship in orbit, I'm here to help.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
I'm ready to go in the boardroom.
Sure. Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Alright.
I just feel that we should
You're
be
lucky I'm
focusing
not like
on
the
the
other
natural
board members,
beauty of this
blazing
planet.
about the beaches
Not
without
our
a care in the
amenities.
universe.
I understand you're the man I need to talk to about the strange ship in orbit.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there, causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
Why is the problem so urgent to you?
We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some budgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners around the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene.
Let's just get to the matter at hand.
Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about?
What would you say if I told you it was really an alien Miller's ship here to destroy the planet?
I'd say you're full of it and might have been watching too many movies. Now, instead of wasting my time, want to tell me what it really is?
Yeah, see, that's from the Independence Day. It's a generation ship full of colonists from Earth, here after a 200-year journey.
Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
Why can't they just settle on the other side of the planet or something?
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
I'm positive I can work with them to develop a settlement that works to your liking.
Thanks for the offer, but my answer is still no. Too much risk involved, and if it goes wrong, then the problem can quickly get out of hand. If they settle here, it'll be under our conditions, not theirs. Sorry.
What if after all this they continue to insist their claim to the planet predates yours?
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back... We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
Yeah, see, but their claim predates yours completely. Theirs is 200 years old. Your Freestar Collective is only, what, fucking 50, 60 years old? They actually predate you. I'll buy the grav drive and settle them somewhere else.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200
I mean, honestly,
modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates. That is the right thing to do.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso group, we appreciate your help.
What if I just murdered the Paradiso group?
People can go to any one of them.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
Right, yeah, but this is like the problem I get at work. With some of the fucking idiots that are there. You're like, you tell them what to do in a job, and they're like, but we've always done it this way. And it's like, no, you've done it like that for 2 years. I've been doing it this way for 10 years, but I've always done it that way.
Smugglers always like to use Hope Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
Yeah, so it's like, but we've always done it that way. No. The company hasn't always done it this way. You've been an idiot and done it wrong for 2 years. And they're like, oh, but we've always done it this way. And it's like, no, you haven't.
A fair amount of business runs through Hopetown, and from what I understand, most of it is legal.
Yeah, so it's the same problem. Like, they're insisting because they've got a claim that's younger than yours, that it's always been that way. And it's like, no, it's not, you idiots. I just want to shoot them all. Seriously, and there's some points in the game where I just want to shoot people and just keep shooting until everybody's dead and just kill the entire settle systems. Right, so anyway, we're going to end the episode there, and next episode we'll convince this guy to